Many of us have experienced moments where self-doubt feels overwhelming, a quiet voice in the back of our minds questioning our abilities and worth. It can make even the simplest decisions feel like monumental challenges, and it often stops people from stepping into their true potential. Yet, the path from uncertainty to confidence is not as mysterious as it seems. Dr. Joseph Murphy, one of the most influential thinkers in the field of personal development, often emphasized the power of the subconscious mind in shaping our daily lives. According to his teachings, the beliefs we hold within us, whether empowering or limiting, have a direct impact on how we act, the choices we make, and the influence we have on those around us. When we allow doubt to dominate our thoughts, we unconsciously reinforce hesitation and fear, which keeps us from stepping into leadership roles or taking meaningful action. Conversely, when we cultivate a mindset grounded in self-belief and positivity, we create an internal foundation that supports decisive action, confidence, and a natural ability to lead. Transitioning from self-doubt to leadership begins with awareness. Recognizing when doubt arises and understanding its origin is a critical first step. Often, self-doubt is a reflection of past experiences, societal pressures, or comparisons to others, rather than an accurate measure of our capabilities. Dr. Joseph Murphy's work teaches that by intentionally feeding the subconscious mind with positive affirmations, visualizations, and constructive thoughts, we can gradually reprogram our internal dialogue. This process does not happen overnight, but with consistent practice, it allows us to replace fear with courage and hesitation with clarity. By consciously choosing thoughts that affirm our strengths and potential, we begin to feel more capable and competent in situations that previously caused anxiety or insecurity. Leadership, in its truest form, is not just about holding a position of authority or commanding others. It is about influence, vision, and the ability to inspire people to achieve common goals. Confidence plays a pivotal role in this. A leader who doubts themselves often struggles to make decisions, communicate clearly, or motivate a team effectively. On the other hand, a leader grounded in self-belief can navigate challenges with resilience, articulate their vision with conviction, and create a positive, empowering environment for others. The transition from self-doubt to leadership is, therefore, an internal journey as much as it is an external one. It requires embracing your own worth, trusting your intuition, and acknowledging that mistakes are part of growth rather than proof of inadequacy. What makes Dr. Joseph Murphy's approach particularly compelling is its accessibility. His strategies do not rely on talent, connections, or external validation. Instead, they empower individuals to tap into their own minds as a source of strength and guidance. By cultivating daily practices such as affirming your abilities, visualizing successful outcomes, and consciously rejecting limiting beliefs, anyone can begin to transform hesitation into action, fear into confidence, and self-doubt into authentic leadership. This journey is not about perfection, but about progress, awareness, and the deliberate decision to step into your own power, regardless of past setbacks or current challenges. Once we begin to understand the power of our subconscious mind, the next step in transforming self-doubt into leadership is learning how to apply that understanding in practical ways every day. Dr. Joseph Murphy often emphasized that our thoughts are like seeds. The ones we nurture grow, and the ones we neglect or feed with fear and negativity wither away. This means that cultivating confidence and leadership is not about waiting for the right moment or external validation. It is about intentionally planting seeds of belief and commitment within ourselves. Every time we consciously choose to replace self-criticism with encouragement, hesitation with action, or fear with faith, we are training our minds to operate from a place of strength and clarity. Leadership begins internally before it is ever seen externally, and those who master their inner world naturally inspire trust, respect, and loyalty from others. Decision-making is one of the clearest examples of this principle. People who struggle with self-doubt often find themselves stuck in cycles of indecision, second-guessing every choice, and imagining worst-case scenarios. This not only slows progress, but reinforces a negative self-image. Dr. Joseph Murphy taught that by affirming our ability to make sound decisions and visualizing successful outcomes, we create a mental environment that supports confident action. Visualization, when practiced regularly, allows us to see ourselves handling situations effectively, responding calmly under pressure, and leading others with clarity. Over time, these mental rehearsals shape our subconscious expectations, and our conscious actions begin to reflect the confidence we have been cultivating internally. It's a transformative process. The more we believe in our ability to lead, the more natural leadership becomes. Another key element of stepping into leadership is the ability to influence others positively without resorting to control or force. True influence comes from authenticity, integrity, and the strength of character that arises when self-doubt is replaced by self-belief. People are drawn to those who demonstrate confidence in themselves while remaining approachable, empathetic, and attentive to others. Dr. Joseph Murphy emphasized that confidence should not be confused with arrogance. It is the quiet assurance that comes from knowing who you are, understanding your values, and trusting your inner guidance. When leaders operate from this place, they inspire others not because of authority or position, but because of the stability, clarity, and positivity they radiate. This is the kind of leadership that creates lasting impact, builds strong teams, and fosters environments where creativity, collaboration, and courage thrive. Finally, embracing leadership requires a willingness to take risks and step beyond the comfort zone of familiarity. Self-doubt often convinces us that staying in safe, predictable patterns is preferable to pursuing growth, but leadership rarely emerges without challenge. Dr. Joseph Murphy's teachings encourage us to approach obstacles as opportunities to strengthen our inner belief. By confronting fears head-on, learning from setbacks, and maintaining a consistent focus on our vision, we gradually replace hesitation with courage. Each step taken with intention reinforces the idea that leadership is not a title, but a mindset, and that true power comes from the alignment of thought, belief, and action. Over time, what once felt impossible becomes routine, and the individual who once questioned themselves begins to naturally inspire, guide, and lead with confidence and purpose. Building true leadership from a foundation of self-belief also requires cultivating a mindset of resilience. Challenges, setbacks, and criticism are inevitable on any path toward growth, and how we respond to them often defines the leader we become. Dr. Joseph Murphy emphasized that the subconscious mind responds not only to our positive thoughts, but also to our fears and doubts, which can amplify feelings of inadequacy if left unchecked. By consciously choosing to focus on solutions, growth, and opportunities instead of failures or limitations, we train ourselves to respond to adversity with calm, confidence, and clarity. Resilience is not about avoiding difficulty. It is about learning to navigate it with faith in our own abilities, trusting that every obstacle is a chance to strengthen our inner resolve. Leaders who develop this resilience inspire others not only through their words, but through the steady example of composure and courage under pressure. Equally important is the practice of self-awareness. Leadership is not simply about asserting authority or making decisions in isolation. It requires understanding how our actions, words, and emotions impact others. Self-doubt often clouds judgment and can lead to reactive behavior or unnecessary self-sabotage. Dr. Joseph Murphy's teachings highlight the importance of observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, allowing us to identify patterns that limit our potential. By recognizing these internal blocks, we can consciously replace them with empowering beliefs, reinforcing the confidence necessary for effective leadership. Self-awareness also encourages empathy, enabling leaders to connect with team members, peers, and communities on a deeper level. People are naturally drawn to those who demonstrate not only competence, but also understanding and compassion, and this connection strengthens influence in meaningful ways. Another essential aspect of stepping into leadership is the commitment to continuous learning and personal growth. Leaders who embrace the mindset of lifelong learning remain adaptable, open-minded, and better equipped to navigate change. Dr. Joseph Murphy often taught that knowledge combined with positive thought and intention amplifies personal power, allowing individuals to make decisions with wisdom and insight. Learning is not confined to formal education. It includes observing others, reflecting on experiences, and applying lessons learned to everyday challenges. Each success, mistake, and insight contributes to the development of a leader's inner confidence, reinforcing the belief that we are capable of growth and mastery in every aspect of life. Finally, leadership requires courage, not just in moments of visibility or responsibility, but in the quiet choices we make every day. Choosing faith over fear, action over hesitation, and positivity over doubt may feel small at first. Yet these decisions compound to create a life of purpose and influence. Dr. Joseph Murphy's principles remind us that inner belief is not static. It is cultivated through practice, repetition, and the deliberate nurturing of empowering thoughts. By committing to this practice, anyone can move from a place of uncertainty to a position of leadership, inspiring themselves and others to step boldly into potential they may have once thought unattainable. Leadership, therefore, is less about external validation and more about the alignment of mind, heart, and action. The conscious decision to embrace your power, even when self-doubt whispers otherwise.